Well, Common Man Dan here. Just thoughts there's something fresh is in my mind, to want to get out. And it's like part of the memories, the stories, the daydreams that I have. And I have all different ones all the time. And this is the one that seems to want to come out at the moment. And the dream is I'm in a studio again. I'm talking to someone, and he's like a figure of parliament. If anything, he's the man. Yeah, he is Parliament that I'm talking to. I don't know who he is, but he's come in and he's set to permanent vibrate. Yeah, and his manner, and it's just a pompous arse, basically, being a snob. Because they don't like the fact that my story's getting out. Now, I'm talking to this guy, and basically what I've got in my head is how Brexit, all that sort of thing, how, do you know something, Parliament to me, I've never voted in my entire life, because I'm just dumbstruck when they go, who do you want to vote for? Because it's just like, fucking none of them. In that option when it comes to that bloody voting thing, otherwise I go down. Serious. Not bloody one. I'm talking to him how potentially we could try and invest in the country. Yeah? And other things like how to rehabilitate people properly that's, gone the wrong way and gone into the pen and shit. But I think I'm going to go over that. It seems to be in this one. But I'm talking to this, but I'm getting irate because of the stupidity that... No, what I don't like is the fact that we all got blamed for Brexit. Now, I don't remember, and I've not Googled it, so I suppose I should for this bit, but whatever. How many votes did it take for us to, when we first said we do not want to go through Brexit, we don't want to, not Brexit, sorry, we don't want to join the EU. And we voted like we didn't want to be part of it. So therefore they turn around and says, oh, well, we think it's better for the country, so this is what we're going to do. All right? So they didn't listen to anybody then. Now, what's got my goat lately? I looked at the percentage when it came to us coming out of the EU and all this farce of how long Brexit has taken. I do go through other stories how I feel COVID was just a bloody breather that they needed from this bloody Brexit situation. Why did it only take 51 votes to say, okay, fair enough, you've decided, yeah, we're coming out of Brexit? Now, this is a story that I've covered time ago. This is over a year ago, that one now. So it's all there. It's in one long bloody story where I just literally tell off the world. And I feel like I'm talking to Parliament sometimes. But I'm not one to do my stories or without some sort of an explanation. Now, sometimes I have to listen to it myself once I've said it just to try and get some sort of bloody answers about what I was saying. This is how my mental health kicks off. So at the minute, yeah, I've got this, and I'm arguing with him. Saying, I'm telling him what did I want to do? Invest in the people. Yeah, so I'm trying to think along the lines of, if I was a Prime Minister, could I actually change the country for the better by just helping a little? We all pay taxes that go through the government that actually get quite a bit. I don't understand why they can't get certain places like rundown businesses and things like that, get them open and get those who are unemployed into these businesses. There's people that are unemployed that can manage and do whatever you bloody want. There's all sorts all over the place. Can we match people up to jobs by just investing a little? I've gone to the benefits and all I'm done now is being ignored. And I don't think it's because of my problems with my legs and my arms, it's because of my mental health. They've left me alone now for a bit, so I feel like that's it. I've not won anything. I'm still going to try and get to bloody work. It's taking a bit longer. So there's delay with my driving licence, but it's there. It'll get done sooner or later, so that's me back into work. I'll do some sort of freaking driving job. It's just taking a right raw bloody piss of a time. But back to the story. Sorry for ranting. Benefits could have helped me. And they're not helping. All this money that's being wasted. So they look at this budget. So now I looked at a dream where I saw the Prime Minister and he had a red case in his hand. And I had another dream similar, and it kind of sent me in a bit of a shock when I actually saw it on the television. And yes, I was paying for my TV license at the time, just so you know. But basically, that's a budget thing, isn't it? I keep thinking budget, and it's like all the money that they waste on these organisations that are not actually truly helping. How much of that money could you put together and actually get these businesses up and running without actually thinking outside of the box, thinking where are we going to get the money from? As a taxpayer or a citizen of England, that sort of thing, wouldn't you want the money that you are paying in taxes not just to go on projects? Because there's crises all over the bloody place. Yeah, crisis for this, crisis for that. People having to go beg for fucking food and shit like that. And I think it's disgusting, guys, that within this 21st century, we were living like that. And I think it's because they filled up the bloody country. And they blamed us for closing the gates, saying you decided to come out. Even though it took the piss when it come to freaking Brexit and we never voted into the EU in the first place. They never listened to us. That really got my goat, that. As if they're like loyal, taking the piss to your faces. But is it just me? Is it just that mental health? But it's part of the stories, guys. Yeah, I had my moment. There was a friend that was a little bit upset on the phone. And you know something, it broke my heart that she was upset. I like this girl, big time. You know, I think that's quite obvious in my story, to be fair. Do excuse me. But, yeah, back to it. But the Parliament thing, that kind of kicked off as well. And when I'm watching certain things on the telly, I do not watch telly nowadays. And I keep saying it's because I don't want to pay the bloody TV licence, which is part of it. Yeah, I play my Xbox. I don't give a shit about TV in any way, shape or form. Yeah, I will... My girls have got bloody Oculuses and all bloody gadgets to make sure we don't watch telly. They're not bored. They're happy with what they're doing with the Gorilla Tag and all that stuff. Lost myself. I can't help it, guys. There's something there that just wants to say, look, the things can be done different. I don't understand why our country is not investing in the country. Just fanning around with Brexit. It's just like a big palaver. It's a stage, isn't it? Yeah? Which silly bollock can talk a load of shit this time? And we go down the road of like, oh no, we didn't keep to his promises. Yeah? So everybody ends up bloody hating it. It was part of my stories. Why it all kicked off. Even bloody old Putin when he's bloody lined up the tanks before he even invaded Ukraine. My mind went absolutely pop with whatever bullshit that's coming out right now. And this is all part of it. And I just want to get that Parliament, that man, and just say, look, no, yeah, what you're doing is wrong. Get it out. We need some new leaders that actually understands not just the business side of what running a country is, but the people themselves. We could all do so much more without looking somebody on the street going, fucking scruff. Yeah? You could pick him up off the streets. He could be the cleverest man you've ever met in your life. Yeah, even more than me. He could come up with 20 businesses if you just like give him a say-so or help him out because he's had a rough time. Yeah, and with this rehabilitation for people in the pen, I've got my stories out there, lads. You're going to have to listen to them once. One man cell where you get to choose to put yourself in. Yeah, because you want to behave yourself and be part of a society that, you know something, will give you a job and a life. We can give people a life. If we took that bloody money that you keep talking about, stop showing off like pompous fucking windbags, pampered pussies, yeah, that don't seem to know the word skint. Or does it take someone with just a bit of a heart and a business brain to run the country? Get rid of Labour, any of them, all of them. Yeah, sack them all. Come on, Kingaling, yeah, get your family there and rule. Because your fucking government are absolutely shite. You think of the money that's being wasted in your country. What could you do with it? You do your bit when it comes to the Prince's Trust and things like that. But sorry, mate, it's not enough as a ruler. I think your lads could do so much more. You show that love as a father, yeah? But if we're supposed to be your bloody children, the people that you rule, are we just the ones you forget about? That naughty little bloody secret? Come on, mate, have a word with your bloody government and anybody else within the country. If you're sick and tired of these crises and all the bullshit that comes from Parliament, please stand up. It's time to say something. And I'm ready for it. Well, not quite actually. I'm shitting myself as I'm saying this one. I want to challenge Parliament. I want to know what the bloody hell the deal was with Brexit and why we keep getting all these false promises time after time after time again. I'd like to give the police more powers. Or we all get together so we all police ourselves as well. There's ideas there for everything. This is one of them. It's just one of them that's kicking off right now. It was all in my mind. It was totally different. But then it comes out wrong. I can't wait for somebody to just come and ask me some questions because I need to get answers for this crap myself. Not the Parliament bit. I've got my own agenda. But you can't talk like this. This is absolute crazy. So don't think for 1 second I don't understand. It is just part of my mind so far. It's just me talking to myself. Nobody's going to listen to this. But if I can help people out by saying, look, the government's crap through a crazy story, so people start thinking to one another, thinking, do you know something? It might be all cracked up right now, but no, I don't mean that in a drug sense, thank you very much. But he's got a point. If we just gave a little and thought a little and loved a little, everybody within this country could have a little bit of something. I don't give a shit for your fancy cars. I'm happy for my bloody collection on GTA when it comes to that sort of thing. I don't need no fancy car. I've seen these little bloody things with 500cc engine thinking, do you know something? Every bugger should have them. The electric equivalent if possible. That's not thousands and thousands of pounds. Cars we can actually share. I've got ideas for all sorts, so please, help me out. Let's get this bloody government shifted out of the bloody way and let a rugged commoner have a go. Common man down, out. I don't want the job. I don't want the job because the first thing I'm doing is sacking the fucking lot of them. How am I supposed to do it on my own? Common man down, out. Do excuse my rants. Bye-bye for now.